There we go, seem to be live. Just gonna double check that everything's working well. If by chance anyone's still on, because unfortunately we're a bit late today. So let's take a look and see how everything is working. Hey guys, I didn't think you'd be on, honestly. I'm surprised, I just got on right now. Can you tell me if the sound's okay? Wonderful, I'm gonna get started. I don't know how long I'll be on, but maybe for at least a half hour for sure. Wonderful. I'm gonna get started. I don't know how good to see you all. Maybe for at least a half hour for sure. Good to see you all. So I'm gonna continue the basement today. How are you all doing? So I'm gonna continue the basement today. How are you all doing? Very good day, very good day. Super busy, and that's why I'm on quite late. Because I only got done from work like an hour ago. And that's why I'm on quite late. Because I only got done from work like an hour ago. See if it's fixed now, because I had something messed up. I think it should be okay now. Just let me know if it's okay now. Okay, good. I had the YouTube sound still turned on, and it was messing things up. Yesterday I tried to get the 100 coins on this, and 100 coins on this one is really a bit of a pain. Not sure if there's anything up here. There you go. It's been a very busy week, and basically we'll have a couple of cars which would need doing. So we do mini restorations, we polish cars, we do ceramic coatings, we do some mechanical work as well. There's always something to keep you occupied. So here we're good. I could get a coin. No, never mind. I wouldn't have the time, unfortunately. Would be nice. Yesterday, I think it was Zerk that was online that mentioned he's gonna have a server up soon. Maybe it wasn't Zerk, it was someone else. I forgot his name, but it starts with a 6. Would be nice to maybe be able to stream, for example, a private server, something which wouldn't take too much time. Unfortunately, what he did say was that Gameforge are pretty aggressive when it comes to copyright strikes, so don't really know how that would work. As far as official servers, it's unfortunately out of the question. I'm just too busy. I wouldn't have the time for it. I don't rule anything out, to be honest, but my schedule is super busy. Miss Sally too, more than... Whoa! P2W, play to win, I guess. Is that what you mean? Yeah, Metin was always kind of that game, and when I played it when I was young, I chucked a lot of money in that game, yeah. And then towards the end I just had to say, you know, I had to make a choice between continuing Metin and getting my life in order, so to speak. $100,000 is no small amount for Metin, for any game actually. I'm surprised. The other thing about Metin is the mechanics of it are very attractive. You know, it flows quite nicely. At least that's what I think. I don't know what other people think. People will say like League of Legends, World of Warcraft, I don't know any others, that's the only ones I know, are leagues ahead. But Metin always had something which is quite, I don't know if it's the art, don't know if it's the game engine itself. But yeah, I'm removed from the game for about 12 years now. And it's just a lot of time needed for a game like that. Oh god. Right. And would the Turkey server be Gameforge as well? And yesterday, ultimately, where I really messed up was the blue coins down here. Okay. So who handles the server then? Is it some other company? I think it's probably something similar that happened in the US. There's obviously no proof, but with the amount of gold buying that was going on, it could be the case. Yeah, that's the problem with free-to-play games. You're gonna always attract that kind of shady going on. Alright. And is it so it's a private server? Oof, I'm gonna die. I better fix this. I need to fix my camera. Alright. Didn't mess up today. Nika, yeah, I remember Nika XX or something. Oh, Nika. I don't think so. I think I remember there was at the time towards the end. I'm talking 2012, 13, something like that. So there was this event. What I remember, I think for sure, where the GMs had made items with very special stats, which you can't get in the game proper. It'd be something unbelievable. I don't know what it was exactly. And I think he was the winner of one of them. Not sure if it was him or MF Metal. No, this was, we're talking 11, 12 years ago, so I don't really know for sure. I don't know how unbeatable or not he was. I don't think I really had the most trouble with him. You know, I don't really remember. He might have given me trouble, but I don't think he was like the worst. Like one of the worst for me for a while was Cobra, the Turkish guy. At some point he became fucking super. Not unbeatable, but it was quite a handful. The archer, Azerbaijanli, if you remember him. And basically he had a... how should I say it? I don't think he really liked me, and then obviously in the end I didn't really like him. So him being an archer, from what I recall, yeah, from what I recall with Azer, he'd have like a perfect set against assassins, but then he'd have nothing else. So he'd, you know, be a bit of a bother for me, you know, because I'd be getting huge damage, because I wouldn't have a lot of assassin resistance in general. It would be quite mixed. And especially not for archers. I might have some dagger here and there, but not for arrow. But then if you see, for example, in an all-out war scenario, he'd be quite hopeless, you know. And obviously the other guys that gave me trouble, MF Metal, if you remember, he was the warrior from the Yellow Kingdom, and the other guy that used to be with him, the Sura, Abyss Gods. Who else? I mean, at the top of my head I can't really remember, but I'm pretty sure for the majority, Cobra and his other friends we were quite... Yep. I remember Felina was Turkish. Emenemen was the Sura, I think. And Angelin was a warrior. Yeah, I remember a lot of Turks didn't like me. Definitely not. Okay, yeah, could be. I'm guessing Cute Slayers then was the Sura. Just a moment. I'm gonna read your comment. At first it was Eminem. Yes, I vaguely remember. In charge, you can do that, you get angry too. Yeah, I think so. Very, very vague memories. I don't remember too well. I'd have to look back at some of my videos maybe to kind of get a better idea. And who were you in US? I'm not recalling your name, Dr. Osmus. I remember you. I remember you. Very chill guy. I'm not sure I'm in the right place actually. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't watched back some of my videos in years. Occasionally I might take a look and, you know, just see what's... because I get a couple of comments here and there once in a while. And so automatically I go and take a look, you know, just for old time's sake. Yeah, Black Dragons was an amazing gun. And Flame Cross, fantastic person. For a while they were still active, I was in a guild. At some point, we had a guild. I was still around level 75-ish, 80 or something. Thank you for watching. I was in a guild with a couple of guys. I'm sure you remember them. Chrono 86, Arcamil, bunch of other guys. I don't exactly remember all of their names. First we were in a guild called Freedom. Exactly. And then I'm not sure if after or before we were in a guild called Arise. I'm not sure if it was before or after. Exactly, Pitazan, Chrono and Arcamil. Yes, I think so. Arise would have been like 2009, 2010, I think. Long time ago. I'm not in contact with any of them, unfortunately. I don't have any of their contact details. Actually, I don't have anyone's contact details from Metin, to be honest. This last one, not entirely sure where. maybe. Yeah, long time. Long time. At the time, I think, not just being as a young person at the time, having all the time in the world, I think even the world itself was very different. You know, we didn't have smartphones at the time. We were in kind of the younger days of the internet. Everything was still developing, you know. Yes, thank you. I wish you the same. You know, they're very fond memories for me. It was a great time. And I'm glad I have some videos for memories. That was a nice experience, eh? You got to meet a lot of people and it was a community thing. Yeah. Is YouTube still blocked in your country? Or are you okay now? Like, do you need to use a VPN or is it just direct? Like at the time. Ah, that's good. That's good. So I think we're pretty much down here, mostly done. Right. Hi Yuki. Yes, I've seen your comments sometimes. Nice to see you. At the time, I remember even when the Singapore server was still about to launch, I recall a lot of people had to use a VPN or something. I don't know what the reason was. I don't really know exactly. But there was something going on at the time as well. Yeah, but around that time was definitely like the peak for the internet, and we didn't have smartphones at the time to take even more of our attention away. Life's good, very busy, but everything's going well. Making some progress. I think I'll be online for about maybe another 15 minutes. Yes, at the time there was also Ruff, who was doing a lot of videos. Obviously, he was doing videos before me actually, and I got in to Metin around early 2008, and yeah, for me, the like new stuff for me was the water cavern and legendary weapons. That's the stuff I got introduced to as kind of updates. But, yeah, no, it was actually a guy. Rough. Well, I paid real money. Yeah. I did grind a lot, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the gear I made it. You know, I'd buy a couple of things here and there, but it's one of those games, if you really want to grind to make it, you need a really good plan for it. You know, and lots of hours. I definitely took a lot of shortcuts. I'd say the first, let's say, 1.5 years, I didn't pay that much money. I'd have like the pack for all the bonuses and stuff, the XP, and I don't know what other bonuses there were, maybe auto pickup or something for gold. Those are the stuff I had, and the extra bank or whatever. Oh, I'm missing up here. Skewer. Skewer was a Sura. I bought some gear from Chrono, that's for sure. I bought a lot of gear when Chrono left. When he left for SG, I bought stuff from him. Skewer, I don't really remember. I don't think so. But I think Skewer was still there after Chrono left. There you go. I'm not familiar with Aeon or whatever. Sorry, I can't read it properly. But yeah, they're really just they incentivize you to pay, and it's not ideal, especially not for children. You know, it's predatory. Now we're seeing it a lot today. You know that even now, regular games are following that formula, which is unfortunate. You know. Oh god. Hey guys, Wind of Change 96. I'm doing good, how are you? And hi Power, nice to see you again. I'm messing up here. I have to restart this. Yes, I did too, especially at the time. My tastes have changed a bit, to be honest. I prefer the more old school kind of trance, so anything ideally before 2010, and even then the older stuff is much nicer. No, the stuff back then was good up until about a State of Trance 400ish, 450, something like that. And then also you had Above and Beyond, when they changed from trance around the world through group therapy, which I think they're still doing, I'm not sure. Obviously group therapy is something more universal, in the sense they'll be able to change the genre a little bit, not just trance, you know, they can market it a bit better. Yeah, at the time it was best. So if you go back for a State of Trance especially, the episodes, like even in 200s and 300s, were like the peak for me anyway. If you want something very similar, someone who's in that kind of realm, Thrill Seekers on YouTube, he's got a, oh god, I messed up again. He's got the Connected series, Thrill Seekers. So if you YouTube Thrill Seekers Connected, he does hour-long mixes, and basically he'll either do them on vinyl, mix them up on the spot, and a lot of it is in fact old school. Let me just ignore him for now. This isn't gonna mess up. Thrill Seekers, I'll type it in the chat for you. If you want a lot of good music, go there. And you'll have hours and hours and hours. And you'll definitely like it. If you liked what I had on my videos, you'll definitely like it. I'm playing poorly today. Yeah, definitely check it out. Messed up. Wait. So we'll probably finish with Bowser tonight. And I'll definitely try make it back to tomorrow. I'll try make it a bit earlier. Normally I try to aim for around 10:30. At the moment it's 20 past midnight, for reference on your time zones. So I'd normally aim for about 2 hours before this current time. Are you guys checking out Thrill Seekers? I definitely recommend starting with the first one, the Connected 01. It's one of the best ones in my opinion, and 02. So that's done. I'm not really a fan of water levels. Water levels are the thing I hate the most. I got it wrong again. Let's see. The reality is that this last chest, which is really messing me up. I'll try not to mess it up again. It's gonna get me again. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Where'd the star go? There it is. Take care, buddy. It was a pleasure talking to you. And thank you for stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes, yes, it's very long. You'll have a couple of weeks if you want to get through all of them. Actually, this might be worth getting 100 coins for. I don't know if I could really pinpoint a favorite game of mine, actually. Don't know what happened there. Like for me, growing up, Nintendo 64 was like my first proper gaming console. After that, it was the PlayStation 2. So I have a couple of favorites on the Nintendo 64, honestly. But I wouldn't say Mario 64 is my favorite. The thing about Mario 64 is that it's very accessible to play, so it's very easy to just jump in and not have to think too much about it, because there's no real puzzles in it. So, as opposed to, for example, Ocarina of Time, which is one of my other favorite games on the system. There's a little bit more to think about, there's more puzzles, there's more things you can forget and get stuck on. Mario 64 is more of a... like, I don't really need to think about it, I just need to play it. So there's no puzzles, it's just a matter of getting things done. In that sense, it's a very simple game. Yep, it's one of those. Another game I also like passing time on, or two technically, which are very similar to each other. GoldenEye, if you're familiar with it. It's also on the N64. And there was a follow-up to it. It's not a Bond game, but it's kind of a spiritual successor, you could call it. Perfect Dark. They're just, again, kind of not exactly mindless. There's a bit of thought because you have a couple of objectives to take care of. Right. I'm hoping that I've got enough coins to get the 100 coin star. Well, it depends what console you grow up on, you know, because Nintendo 64 itself, at the time it was, you know, playing second fiddle to the PlayStation 1. You know, PlayStation 1 was much more popular all over the world. And I think it sold about 3 times as much as the Nintendo 64, something like that. Kind of stuck here. PS1, PS2, Dreamcast, Wii, Game Boy Color. Yep, I had a Wii, I had a PS2, I did have a Game Boy Pocket and a Game Boy Advance. I think we can do this. There we go. Unfortunately, the Dreamcast, one of those consoles, when I was part of the PS2 generation, I didn't even know it existed. You know, that's how, I guess you could say, unpopular it was, maybe? If that's the right word to say. It was definitely a legendary one. It didn't sell well, eh? And the thing with Sega, they had a... their business approach at the time wasn't too well planned out too well, you know. A couple of coins short. I need 4 coins. You still have it? The Dreamcast? Must have missed 4 coins somewhere. Tell you what I'll do. Yeah, I don't really have my PS2 anymore either, unfortunately. It was a great console that had lots of games for it. I do still have my Nintendo 64 though. I've got my Wii. Lots of PC games. I've got a Switch as well. Ooh, did I see some coins? Yes. What did he have on it? Sonic Adventure, and there was that other game, that other really famous game. Oh, what was it called? Shenmue. Did he have Shenmue? Yeah, exactly. The only reason I know about them is Shenmue, I'll write it for you. And I watch a guy called Happy Console Gamer. And basically, he's a guy and he's got this video game sort of show. And he talks a lot about, at the time when these consoles launched. So he'll talk about the launch of the Genesis, the launch of the Dreamcast, talking about the game lineup they had. And he had a couple on some of the Dreamcast games. That's the only reason I know about it. I'm not a gaming sort of nerd to that level. I just like video games, but I'm not overly obsessed. Yep. In fact, this guy, he talked about it, Fantasy Star Online. Apparently pretty good, eh? Yeah, definitely. I consider myself very lucky. Probably one of my fondest, despite how much I loved the Nintendo 64, was the PS2 era. And the PS2 era for me was very particular because I also had a Game Boy Advance. So in my opinion, at the time, I had kind of the best in terms of handheld and console. For me, those two were phenomenal. And for the Game Boy Advance, I had all the Pokemon games, pretty much. I had my first one was, I actually had silver once, but I didn't get too much into that one. But then I had, on the Advance, I had Sapphire. That was my first one. I went crazy over that game. I had Ruby briefly, but I lost it. I don't know what the hell happened to it. Emerald, by far the one I spent the most time in. A couple of other games, Pokemon Pinball, No, Pokemon was... Like, if you had a Game Boy, a 50-50 chance you've got a Pokemon game, These, I can never get them quite right. I'm swimming through them, but nothing's happening. Let's see. There we go. I think in terms of gaming I'm fairly good on memory. Like I remember the games I played and didn't play. Not sure what the last one was on this one. Okay, I know. This one's an easy one. Rhinoplasty. Remind me what that is. Nose, is it? I've got, actually one of my nasal passages is a little bit blocked. It's a birth defect. And I needed to get a septoplasty. I never got it done because I'm not scared. I'm not scared, it's not the word. The word is that I fear complications. That's the only thing. And I managed to get by as I am. But I might consider it in the future. So the rhinoplasty, is that something just a cosmetic thing? Or is there some medical reason? Yeah. It's been something on my mind for a while. Getting it done. Oh, I messed up. Yeah. It's been bothering me a while because I also suffer from allergies. And when it's allergy season, it's really a nightmare every year. Yeah. Yeah, a septoplasty is something it's been on my mind for a while. I first learned about it when I was about 17, 18, because we had just moved and my allergies all of a sudden became much more aggressive than they used to be. And I found I had this issue, which I think is very common anyway. So, I'm gonna end here for tonight. If you're ever back, I guess you're the only viewer, Yuki. I'm usually streaming. I've streamed for the past 4 days, and I usually stream around 10:30. So if you ever wanna come back and join the chat, feel free. Now it's been a long day, so I need to really go get some rest. It's a pleasure. I've got a new channel as well, because eventually I'm gonna move to my other channel, so I'll just type it here for you. And I'm gonna do a couple of other playthroughs of other games. I don't know exactly which yet. I've got a list in mind. I'm gonna start tackling them one by one. So I'm gonna wish you a good night, and maybe you'll see me tomorrow. Okay. I'm ending the stream now. Good night.